This is the first cervical vertebrae, that is known as atlas. It is an atypical vertebrae. Okay. This is it is cranial end, and this is the caudal posterior. Here it articulates with the skull, and from this side it articulates with the second cervical vertebrae, that is the axis. ठीक है, it's an atypical vertebrae होती है ये, and it is the first cervical vertebrae. For the description, it presents a neural ring and two horizontal plates that are called as wings or elli. इनको हम elli बोलते हैं, और wings, and this is the neural ring. On the dorsal aspect of the neural ring, there is an eminence present. You can see this is an eminence that is known as dorsal tubercle. ठीक है, this dorsal tubercle, it corresponds to the supraspinous process of the other vertebrae, and this gives attachment to the muscles of the neck. This is dorsal tubercle. On either side, anteriorly, there are two foramens present. ठीक है, दो foramens present होते हैं. One is anterio-internal. This is known as intervertebral foramen, and here there is another foramen this side. You can see that is called as alar foramen. Intervertebral foramen is anterio-internal. It opens into the neural ring, and ये क्या करता है? It gives passage to the first spinal nerves, first spinal nerve that passes through, and the muscular branch of the vertebral artery. And here this is, that is the alar foramen. Alar foramen is anterio-external. This opens into the, here that is called as fossa atlantis. This is the fossa atlantis में open होता है ये. And here the ventral branch of the spinal nerve that passes, plus the branch of the occipital artery that passes through this alar foramen. ठीक है, so दो foramen होते हैं, जो इंटर अंदर की तरफ होता है, that is intervertebral. जो बाहर की तरफ होता है, that is called as alar foramen, and this is dorsal tubercle. ठीक है, ventrally on the neural ring there is, this is known as ventral tubercle. These correspond to the infraspinous process of the other vertebrae, and it gives here the very important muscle that is called a longus colli muscle of the neck, that gets inserted here on the ventral tubercle. ठीक है, this is the ventral tubercle and this is the dorsal tubercle. Now on the floor here, posterior aspect of the floor of the neural ring, there is an articular area here that is called as fovea dentis. ये जो आपको दिखाई दे रहा है यहाँ पे, I'll show you here, ये वाला part, this is called as, ठीक है, ये, this is called as fovea dentis, which lodges, क्या यहाँ पे क्या होता है, क्या insert होता है, the odontite process or dents of the axis. They'll articulate here, that is called as fovea dentis. And in front of this here, अगर आप देखेंगे यहाँ पे जो आगे है, ये वाला part, this is a rough area in front of this. Here, this is the fovea dent in front. There is a rough area. Here is the ligament of odontite process. They gets attached here. That is called as here ligamentum dentis. इसको हम बोलते हैं. Here they get attached on this rough area, and this is ये. It's called as fovea dentis. ठीक है. Now, anteriorly on either side of the neural ring, so deep articular cavities are present on this side and on this side. These deep articular cavities, they receive or they articulate with the occipital condyles. They receive the occipital condyles of the skull. ये articular cavity हो गई ये. And each articular cavity divided into an upper part, and this is the lower part. दो parts होते हैं upper and lower, and they receive the occipital condyle. आगे की तरफ होते हैं deep articular cavities. And here you can see these cavities Dorsally they are separated by notch, and ventrally they are separated by groove. And see, this is the groove, and ऊपर से they are separated by a notch. उनसे deep articular cavity. They are present anteriorly on either side of the neural ring. ठीक है. And posteriorly क्या हम देखें, there are two saddle shaped. You can see this saddle shaped articular areas. They articulate with the anterior surface. इसके साथ the anterior articular surface of the axis. ये these saddle shaped articular areas, they articulate with the anterior surface of the axis. ठीक है. Posteriorly on, this is the neural ring, there are three notches present. This is the dorsocentral one, dorsocentral notch, and two dorsolateral notches are there. ठीक है. तीन notches होते हैं, dorsocentral, two dorsolateral notches. This is the saddle shaped articular area that articulates with the axis. This is the neural ring. This is the fovea dentis. In front there is a rough area for the ligamentum dentis. Okay. Now coming to the wings. So the wings, these are the horizontal palate. They correspond to the transverse process of the other vertebrae. And these wings or the alae, they terminate here on the prominent ridges, which gives attachment to the disco muscles of the neck. And ventrally, these wings, they present क्या होता है, deep fossa is present ventrally. That is called as, this is called the fossa atlantis. This is the fossa atlantis, and here you can see there is the fossa atlantis that is present. ठीक है. And in some there are here additional foramens, they are called as third and fourth foramen. ठीक है. यहाँ पे दो और दो foramens होते हैं, they are called as third and fourth foramen. And here in the atlas, very important, that is the foramen transversarium, that is absent here. Cannot see the foramen transversarium, that is absent in this. So this was all about the, this is the atlas of the cattle. So यहाँ पे atlas में क्या होता है कि foramen transversarium जो atlas में absent होता है. So this is the atlas of the cattle. Thank you very much.